All right. Ivar, could you please take a seat? And welcome, guys. Welcome to the Nordic PitchMatch. We have the next pitching session about to start. We had a great first session at Kaleidoscope, and it will be continued even with a better session with Starter just after us. But right now, welcome to the Nordic PitchMatch. So we have plenty of teams coming across the Baltic Sea and from the Nordic region, some less Nordic, some more. And first of all, let me introduce you to our jury who will assess the teams. So in a true Nordic spirit, we have the jury from Sweden, Lars Jonsson from Uppsala, who is a friendly city to Tartu as well. We have Mikko Pohjola from Turku. So again, another twin city for Tartu. And we have our very own Erik Puura from Tartu, so give a big hand to Erik, you know. At least one of the local guys made it to the jury. And we have plenty of teams, and since the teams are why you are here, I will not tally myself too much. The pitching format is 3 minutes for the teams, 90 seconds for questions and answers from the jury. If the time runs out, I will kick you out of the stage. I'm a bad guy. I have no problem with being a bad guy. But hopefully we will manage with the time nicely. And I'm really excited about the lineup of the teams which we have, because we have a really different teams, really great ideas, great solutions. And some of them I don't understand. I really don't understand, but therefore I'm extremely excited to see what they are about and how they are doing it. And the first, I would like to invite to the stage team VD Desir. Hopefully I pronounced it right. If not, the performer will correct me. And they have somehow managed to merge the history and the games and doing it in a, you know, like in a good Hollywood spirit, or in Estonia we might say in a good Tartu or Tallinn spirit, they say that based on a true story. So welcome to the stage, Helena. The stage is yours, and if I could just now find the magical clicker.
Do you hear me? No? Now you hear me. Okay, hi. Okay, so why is ignorance about history a problem? Well, you might draw the wrong conclusions. Just look at Trump and the Trumpists. I'm Helena, and I'm an archaeologist. I'm also the CEO for DC Productions in Uppsala. I'm representing an amazing team of archaeologists, researchers, and game developers. And we're an academic company. This is Old Uppsala. And we help organizations, museums, and cities, and so forth to tell their historical narrative. We show this in a 3D world. And this is pre-Viking Age Old Uppsala, created by our own rock star Daniel Westergren. It's based on research by John Ljungqvist. And here you can experience the site either by using our mobile app, the prototype, Gamlis AR, walking around, or you can experience VR at the museum, indoors. So this is an immersive experience. We've also made a real app, the Visir Upplandia app. With this one, you can visit different places in the province of Uppland. And since it's built in 3D, it's also easy to convert to virtual reality. And we believe that the market for this kind of combined products is huge, including all ancient sites in the world. So, with this VR, you can really do things. You can be there, you can join in. And right now we're creating a VR experience, game experience, based on the Batavia ship, the 17th century ship. It's called the Dutchman, so keep a lookout. It's going to be launched on a cross-platform, on the Steam, Xbox, but also, of course, on Oculus and Vive. And why do we do this? Well, we want to do more, of course. We want to create games, historical games based on facts. So now we're searching investors for this. And we do this because we believe that knowing history, knowing that our common past is a common past, and that we all belong together, and that we're mixed back, and that we're all seeking a good life. So we really want to show people this, that we are all the same kind. So take a ride in our time machine, and we'll promise to bring you back.
All right, thank you for the pitch. And now for the questions to the jury.
I'll start since I have the mic.
Yes.
Thanks for the pitch, very interesting. My question regarding your business and your idea is about the competitive advantage. Since these kind of solutions and companies are starting to become more and more common, how do you see your competitive advantage?
Well, since we really work very tight to researchers and scientists at the university, we do really care about the accuracy of what we show. So that's our real big selling point. Yeah, and we've also, I didn't say that, but the apps are real-time rendered. So when you walk around, you see it, the same thing, and it builds up at the same time. Yeah.
How you are spending your time between academic research and in the company, because you might lose your competitive edge in science if you don't write publications all the time.
Well, we are more than one person, of course, so we help each other. And two of us is working at the university, are real researchers, and they are the founders, and they are joining in the board and so on. And then me and the game developers are working in the company. So, and now we're working with the apps, and we're also going with the VR things.
All right, we are up with the questions, but Lars, you want to ask one question? Quick question from Lars.
I understand that the users are us, common people, but who is the buyer, who is the payer?
Well, the buyer from the beginning with the apps and the experience is the organizations, the companies, the museums. But instead of buying a book, you can get the VR experience. That's our big goal. And also the business to customer thing. And by this launch on the cross-platform, we're going to be able to be on the platforms, on the sites to launch them out. So, yeah, as games. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's give a big hand to Helena. And our next team is not coming far away. We are moving on to the neighboring country. And when I was looking through their idea, I didn't quite fully get it. But what impressed me is that there are 2 doctors working on it. And I was wondering that whether we will have 2 doctors on stage or 1 doctor on stage. So now we are going to find out. So let's welcome on stage team Kinrate Analytics and one of the doctors.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Aki and I'm representing Kinrate Analytics. We are gamer market analytics focusing university spin-off. And we say that we know, if you know your game, we know your players. Game is huge. It's actually in certain markets bigger than music and video together. And, but for some point it's also conservative. Quite often they are just repeating stories, making sequels. And sometimes they try to be innovative. Sometimes it goes good, sometimes it's not that big success. Diablo Immortal, iconic PC game. Make it mobile-only, free-to-play game. Not very good idea, since we know that the core gamers, they are actually hating that kind of free-to-play business model. On the other hand, you can be also a great innovative game developer. Typically, people like role-playing elements, not depending the gender, age, national market, where they're located. And we know where the people are. And our solution to help companies make more like great games like Child of Light and avoid the catastrophes of Diablo is a panel of testers all over the world who can be simulating the markets where you can test your game, test the acceptance, soft launch it. Don't ruin Canada. Don't let them also play bug-free games. And also, when we are having the panel, people coming back and forth, we can find the trends in gaming and help the customers game developers, the publishers, also to be tuned with the market trends and what's happening there in the competitive environment. And how we know it, we have done lots of research. We have an AI-based player profiling and game recommendation system. Our validated model helps us to simulate really your target markets. And we actually have already the API for marketplaces. If you want to have a best game recommendation engine to your marketplace, just let us know. Team, 2 founders. I'm a research professor at the University of Turku Business School. Jukka Vahlo, my colleague, co-founder, is the guy who knows everything about gaming. And we have an experienced team also in the seat as a CTO and cloud architecting. And now what we are doing, we are seeking funding about 250,000 to start to build up that panel. Everything else is basically already there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And now word to the jury.
So what are you offering the panel in return for their job?
Yeah, we have been actually customers of quite many panel service providers, and we believe that the most viable way is to really monetize, give them money as an exchange service, so that make them really committed to the system. And also one thing is that when we can also gamify the thing, that if you are very loyal tester, you can get the best games to test before they are in the markets and be the part of the development process.
So how you share your time between academic work and in the company, and what is your academic work about?
My academic work is basically about business renewal. That's my field of science. So it's a business model development of partner companies, and I'm trying to leverage that expertise also here with my own company. But I have to sometimes quit sleeping. But I think that is quite typical thing entrepreneurs suffer from.
Quick question. Who is the paying customer? The game developers or the distributors, or who?
Currently, when we are talking about the game market insights, they are game developers, game companies.
Have you been in contact with any game developers and heard their reactions and what they want, what kind of feedback they want to have?
The testing is a problem. Yeah, we have been in contact, and that's the thing, that the testing services are not that, they're quite expensive and not maybe just provide everything they need. So I think we have a good offering on that side too.
All right, and I see the red light blinking, so feel free to catch up over a coffee or a beer or a pizza or whatever is your favorite gaming snack or drink. So let's give a big hand to Team Kinrate. Thank you.
Thank you.
And sometimes we hear that the future is now, and the next team is exactly about that. So it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Ketita Labs, and you will be thrilled to hear what kind of future is here already now. So, stage is yours, Moskan.
Where do you want the wire?
I'll put.
Oh, sorry, it went down.
Is it? Yeah.
I take it.
It's working now.
Sorry.
So, computers solve our problem, either with personal virtual assistants or solving, finding optimum solution in a large financial problem or in Amazon warehouse. But these type of problems soon become intractable. When we increase the input size, it might possible that the computational complexity grows exponentially. Quantum computers have promised to exponentially increase the computational power by using the quantum physics. But they are still small and noisy. Fully functional quantum computers will be maybe a decade away. But these small current devices, however noisy, maybe they can be functional, and there are methods to get the best out of these devices. In Ketita Lab, we focus on use cases in optimization and machine learning by identifying the subtasks within a very large problem, and the subtasks which have the high, very expensive computational value, and these subtasks can be outsourced on the quantum part, and with implementing hybrid methods on quantum and classical part, we can give exponential speed up in these type of problems. I am Mojgan from Ketita Lab. Ketita Lab is a spin-off of University of Tartu. Here is our incredible team, researchers in quantum computing, optimization, machine learning, and error mitigation, error correction, and very more enthusiastic students, graduate students who are willing to work with us. From last February, Ketita Lab has developed a software for optimizing parameterized quantum circuit, and the MVP will be ready by the end of February. On top of that, we have been talking closely with the quantum computer builders to know the capability of their machines and the limitations to get the best out of the quantum computers. So at the moment, we are seeking for seed funding for the further development of our software and our methods. Quantum computing will permanently change the future. That's the first mover time now. So are you ready to invest in the future?
All right, quantum computing, and time for jury to find the questions for such novel thing.
Yes, very, very difficult subject area, but what is happening at the world? Are there many companies like you already? Do you know about what is...
Yes, of course. Not many, but yeah, the ecosystem is quite active, and there are companies in North America and in Europe, Germany, that they are working in the same area. Yeah. And so we are all looking for the first use cases and developing our own softwares and also methods to cope with the problem.
To better understand your business, who do you see or where do you see your most potential market being in the future?
So in the future, the market will be the optimization companies and machine learning companies, particularly, who are, for example, hedge funds who are using machine learning methods for predicting, and whatever the value of the task they're doing, like hedge funds, are higher, than the potential of being our customers also high.
So who at the customer company is really interested in your solution? Is it the computer architects or the mathematics, or?
No, well, mainly companies who are working on optimization. For example, Bush or I know Airbus, they are investing heavily in quantum computing to find better solutions for their routing problems, or I don't know, warehouses, or well, these are the tangible problems that I'm saying.
All right, and the time is up. Thank you very much,
Thank
Ketita
you.
Labs. Let's give a big hand to Ketita. And really interesting stuff, and we are going to be more interesting. And I'm a kind of, as I said, unpolite and a shameless person. So the next team is kind of merging and combining the space tech and something as down to earth as maritime. And as I said, that I'm shamelessly promoting, they also have some European Space Agency connection, and I'm not wearing the shirt just because here in Tartu we also have the European Space Agency business incubators. If you want to do space tech, feel free to find the space tech guys here in Tartu. But now to the next team, which is Power Up Technologies, and we have Ronald here to tell us how they have brought space down to the oceans.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Ronald Valley. I'm R&D manager at PowerUp Hydrogen Fuel Cell. But before I'm going to tell you what we do, I want to tell you why we do it. So take sailing. For most people, sailing is means of getting away from city noise and pollution. It's being one with nature, being in the rough winds, harnessing the raw power of nature. But you also need modern electronics on board those ships, like a GPS, radio, the lights. In most yachts, people use diesel generators to generate electricity on board. But the problem with diesel generators is that they require a lot of maintenance, they're heavy, they're noisy, they smell bad, they pollute the environment. And occasionally they break down, so instead of smooth sailing, you could end up in the docks fixing your generator. Also, wind and solar, which seem attractive, are not reliable out there in the open sea, where you need to have your power one click away from you. So we've come up with a hydrogen fuel cell power generator that uses hydrogen gas as fuel and directly converts it into electricity and produces water in the process. No CO2. It's lightweight, really easy to use, doesn't make any noise, and doesn't require any maintenance. It runs the GPS, all the necessary electronics on board. And if you compare it to battery systems, then our system, for the same amount of energy, is 10 times lighter and 3 times smaller than equivalent battery technologies. So for example, racing boats, it's a huge win if you can cut down the weight. We've developed our own electronic block. It has also a battery inside for higher power applications. So it has to communicate between the fuel cell and the battery. We have a unique foam composition, so the foam will protect the elements from the outside temperature, or will make sure that the whole system is very safe. And we are also developing our own fuel cell catalyst. So that's the heart of this technology that enables to convert hydrogen into energy. Our CEO, Ivar Grusenberg, has 12 years of experience developing those catalysts, so he knows the technology from inside out. Currently, we're targeting the racing industry. The racing boats need something highly reliable and lightweight on board, because they're pushing the limits of this fine sport out there at the open sea. But we're not only limited to sailing. So as mentioned before, we're looking for space applications. Drones want to increase their range, and why not to use the lightest fuel that there is. Currently, we require 300,000 euros, out of which 150,000 as direct investments to certify the product, develop hydrogen refilling solutions, and start small-scale production. This is our team. You can meet them at the demo area, and you can come talk to us and see our product. So thank you for your time.
All right, thank you. And now for the jury.
Thanks. Really interesting and an important area you're working on. A simple question. How far are you from the market at the moment, and how will you get there?
So we made first 3 pre-sales, and we've developed 5 prototypes. So that's why we need the funding to start really the small-scale production. So very close, but not there yet.
And how is your interaction at the moment with the end customers?
So because our CEO started this project back when he was in Berkeley as a postdoc, we've had first pre-orders from the Berkeley Marina. So there in California, where the hydrogen network is also very well developed, we have a lot of contacts.
The competition.
So the 2 closest competitors are, one company uses methanol as fuel, and the other one uses a special fuel cartridge that will make hydrogen in the process. But ours is the only one that uses just pure hydrogen you can refill from the refilling station. So they're close by, but not the same at all.
And just what's approximate price of your device at the moment, and will it go down also in time? Or?
At the moment, it's 8,500 euros for 1 unit, so it's a 400-watt unit. Will power most of the electronics on board. But of course, with economies of scale, we're looking to get the price down.
All right.
Thank the speaker. Thank you.
Yeah, thank the speaker. Let me switch on the mic, and mic is working back again. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you. I saw among the audience already when you mentioned that the price is only 8,500, that 3 guys went like, okay. One, two, three. All right, now I'm back online. It's a good thing to shut me up occasionally. I talk too much. I agree. So, but moving forward and to the next team who corrected me their full name, they are Use Mobility and Blockchain Solutions, and they are developing smart city solutions. So little bit we are moving now from the ocean space to the urban space, and how they are developing it we are going to hear from the guys themselves, and they are coming from Germany. So you should always take the Germans seriously. Stage is yours.
Test. Hi. So, this is Moritz, I'm Sebastian, and before we start, we have a little problem. We've prepared the PowerPoint for 30 minutes, not for 3 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm very fast and switch some slides, okay? That's the reason why I switched some slides. Okay, we are from Use Mobility. What we do is we do a smart city ecosystem. We start with our first project, and our vision is to reduce the emission and the traffic in cities. And how we can do it, I will show it to you. We start with 500 electric vehicles and prepare it with data-driven business cases. For example, you see the displays on the right and left side from the commercial vehicle, and we can do digital out-of-home advertising. When we drive around a football stadium, you see advertising from Nike or Adidas, something like this. When we drive in an area with rich people, we show advertising for Rolex or Porsche or something like this. The revenue stream we use for give you the chance to use electric mobility for free. Our cars stay in front of IKEA or other shops, and when you buy a big couch and you can't use your own car because it's too small, you can use our car, put the couch into it, and drive to your home. And in this time, we show the advertising and get the revenue, for example. The next use cases or business cases is, for example, the street scan. We scan the streets and give the data to the cities and say where the big potholes are and the change of the potholes. Yeah, it's predictive, so you can repair it before it's very big. Another thing what we do is we have little sensors for weather and emission data in every car, and we can make a complete build of a city and not just on one point. Yeah, we can show you the weather in the street and not in 3 kilometers far away where the next weather station is at the moment. So what we want to do is a complete ecosystem. That means these are just examples for us, and every time we do new use cases, new business cases, for example with insurance. We have all data from the driver, how you drive, is it fast or not fast, the battery, is it full or not full, and this data we sell to the insurance companies like Allianz or Helvetia in Germany, and they use it for new business cases and for discounts for the people. So this is our hard and software. We do everything by ourselves, and yes, we do it on blockchain technology. That is very important, and transparent. Thank you very much.
All right. Questions to the jury?
Well, if you are selling data, the amount of data will be your value.
Yeah.
So how many cars do you need being on the roads per hour to really produce enough amounts of data?
Yeah, we start in Germany in December with 500 cars, yeah, And these cars are our test cars for our hardware and software. Our hard and software is like this size, and you have an API to the car. It calls ODB API, ODBC Schnittstelle. And everybody can use it and can make money with this hardware. So if you have a car and you use our software and hardware, you can download the insurance app from Allianz, for example, and save 30% of your yearly price for the insurance, for example. Yeah. So it's a mass product. In the first step, we use our own fleet, yeah, our own electrical fleet. In the next step, we go to other cities, maybe in Estland or in Dubai or something like this. And then we have just the hard and software in this size, and everybody can use it.
Yes, I think it's an interesting concept. You had quite many business models together.
Yeah.
So you were saying that you are driving and you are advertising Porsche, and Porsche is paying to you because you are driving around. But how do you prove Porsche that there will be some extra customers for them?
Yeah. The business cases, we call it use cases, like our name, is not from us. We do it and developed it with the companies. We are just a use store, like an app store. And we bring the infrastructure to you and say, you can build apps, for example, a fleet management app. Or in Germany, we have the 1%-Regel, I don't know the English word. And we must report all drives to the financial governance. I don't know the English word, maybe someone can help me. This app is built from our customers. We adjust the infrastructure with hard and software, and we collect all data from the cars and give you the data to Allianz, to the insurance, to advertiser, and something like this. And this we do on the blockchain because the data are your data, and just when you allow it and download the app, Allianz can use your data. That's the reason behind it. That's very important, yeah?
All right, I will cut it through here now. Thank you very much. If you are interested about it, you know, the German thoroughness sounds true. Find these guys, and they will tell you exactly how you can make money. And I think in Estonia we're talking about sõidupäevik in English. Maybe they are driver's diaries. I don't know how it is. I know a few other diaries. But moving forward, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I will take this one and invite to the stage next team, which is also dabbling in the field of AI, and it's called Iconics, or AI Iconics, and we will hear from Eugene. You are here. So here is the clicker, stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. I'm Eugene, my partner is Alex. Alex is the neuroinformatics. I'm a content producer, I was a cameraman, and all of my life I was on stages, sometimes bigger than that with my camera, and I did direct access to the audience. It was very important to see the feedback, smiling faces, hands in the air. A little bit like now. I miss the hands in the air. Yeah, thank you. So when I worked as a producer, I was not on the set and a director. I had to trust the data. And now with the digital world, there's much, much more data, and I'm far away. And especially in the media houses producing online media, the data is far away and not accessible for the creative people. And even an online video which is successful can look like that. Marketing and sales sold 100,000 clicks, 100,000 pre-rolls, said, wow, good job. But for creators like me, this is a disaster. Just 3%, 2% watch the video to the end, and this is not what I want to do. We have to learn from the data to make better products, to understand the full scene, the video, what works in the audience group, what is interesting for you. And that's what we started to do. We want to bring together what belongs together with artificial intelligence. AI can give us all the data, what is inside of a video. But not every AI system is equal to the other. A very small example here. We tried this picture of the team with 4 AI systems. On the left picture, they realized there are 3 faces inside. On the right picture, just a little bit different. Alex is not recognized as a face. This is the example that you really need to curate the best AI systems to understand which one is for you as a media company very good. That's why we built a product. It's called the Consolidator. It's online at the end of the year. It's pay per call, and it brings all AI systems to one page. You have just one call to us, and you can choose which is the best provider to do what you need to do. For example, speech to text. Every single provider is okay, but it's not perfect. We bring it together. It's 3 sources, and we have our own algorithm to bring it together. But going one step further, this is just a technical product. This is delivering data, but we need to understand the content. And for understanding content, we need to understand who is in the picture, who is talking, what is the scene, and what topic are people talking about. And that's what we're working on. One side, we have the data from content. On the other side, we have the analytics data. And we're looking for patterns. We're training our own system. For example, if you're always turning off, if I'm in the frame, this is a pattern, and then we can predict and say, okay, I'm not the right person to come on stage here. Our product is the super producer. The super producer is bringing together data and content and predicting user behavior, so the creative people can really know what the audience wants to see. That's what we're working on, and for that we're looking for investors and pilot customers. This is our summary. We index content with the platform, we have data insights and user behavior, and with this information we can concentrate on what we can do best, entertain the audience. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Iconics. And now, word to the jury.
Okay, really interesting, and a Netflix user, I clearly somehow understand what you're working on.
Yeah, we're working on short format because it's less data. If I would already analyze Netflix, okay, then yeah. I'm not looking for investors. I could do that. Yeah.
Okay, so in a way you predicted my question already. So I was trying to understand who's your market and who's your customer, and what niche are you starting out on?
Markets are content producers, media houses that produce a lot of content in time-sensitive time. When a producer is producing 3 videos a day, he really doesn't have the time to see the data. An advertiser has time. He can do screenings and learn from that and change it. But a producer really producing under time pressure needs the insights from the data, and our system could give it. A journalist needs the platform, speech to text. He can have the written version of his interview immediately when he's working on that and speeding up the workflow. It's like in the 90s. We're still looking for photos, for content in the archive instead of just asking the machine, hey, where's the interview? What did the guy say? And in the background, I need blue sky.
And how does the competition field looks like?
For the platform, the competitors are those who provide APIs and analyze videos and audios. And we bring it all together, and we enhance it with the very special features for filmmaking, like tracking a person through the film, how long is the scene, things like that the filmmaker really needs. This is a pure technical part. And we have on the platform, we have all of them, even the special interest API providers who can find out brands, logos, and things like that. And on the other side, competitors are those who automatically create social media films. We're bringing that together because we have the insights, we're the filmmakers, and we provide the creative people the data to make the better content.
All right.
Thank you very much.
For Eugene. This was one of the presentations which, when I went through yesterday night, the slide deck, I was really scared of. I understood nothing, and now it makes all sense. And the next guys, they had a kind of they made me feel the similar way. So I hope that I will have the same feeling that now it makes all sense after the next presentation. So bringing the future and some mystical figures to the stage, it's Combo Gaming.
Thank you. I don't know if I'm mystical, but I'm Tom, and together with Jacob, we make Combo. Combo is a mobile gaming console that aims to change the gaming market and the lifestyle of gamers around the world. We know it's an ambitious goal, but we started with market research. We've started asking questions what the gamers need, and then we designed a product that fits those needs. So what do the gamers want, you might ask? Well, they want to play games as much as possible, really. That's what they want, not surprisingly. They want to play them anywhere, anytime, and they want to play their favorite games, most importantly. If you have kids, you probably know already that kids and the new gamers, new generations of gamers, they grow up with mobile devices, iPhones, tablets in their hands. And those kids, when they grow up, they jump to more complex games. As their skills grow up, they want to play more adventurous games. And they can't play them on mobile phones. I have 3 kids myself, and I saw them moving on to Xbox and iMac. They don't want to stick to mobile devices, even those gaming newer devices like iPhone X or gaming devices like gaming mobile phones, like Razer. Combo fills that gap for 200 million gamers only in US, like my boys, and 2.5 billion gamers all around the world. Gaming industry grows today, this year, where the evaluation of gaming industry will be at $137 billion, and it grows this year again, 2019. It will grow 29% only in mobile gaming space. Others also see the same trend, other companies. Samsung just went into gaming market with the gaming laptop. Razer released gaming mobile phone. Nintendo Switch sold on 50 million copies of Nintendo in first year. Apple is cutting down the desktop line and moving towards the mobile devices. So the trend is there. What does it mean to you as our investors? It means that it's a low risk investment and a high return investment as well. We've worked on, over the last year, we worked on lowering the risk even more. We've developed prototypes, and we've developed the deep neural network algorithms to lower down the cost of our device, of the parts, of the hardware parts, to make it accessible for the market.
All right, thank you, Combo Gaming. And now for the jury.
Yeah, and maybe you wanna. We developed prototypes. So we have this. This is the first prototype, which is semi-functional. It's not charged, and then we have another prototype that we're working on right now. Sorry, your questions now.
Okay. You mentioned big names as your competitors. So, how do you fit into the market, since they're coming anyway, and they've been there already for a couple of years?
Actually, our console has much more performance due to our own hardware. We've founded our own acceleration method for the graphics. So we had a very, how to tell it?
So what we do, we accelerate with the software, we accelerate the hardware, and we go with the cheaper. We can make cheaper hardware available for our production cost, and we use deep neural networks to accelerate the hardware.
Will this be an app that you are downloading as a customer, or will it be integrated in the future mobile phones?
It will be integrated with many current stores like GOG.com, Steam, or Origin. So if you have games in those stores, you just enter your login and password, and here we go. You got it on the console.
All right, thank you, Combo Gaming. Let's give a big hand to Combo Gaming. And here is the uncharged prototype. So if you have some batteries, then you can find these guys, then you might get a feel how the future of gaming will actually feel like. So, but moving from the future to the little bit more nearby future, the next team is going to talk about the healthcare and a bit of a societal pressure as well, as I understood. So let's welcome to the stage Metcom and Joanna.
Tere, kuidas läheb? My name is Joanna, and let me tell you the story. A few years ago, my mother, she was diagnosed with cataracta, and I want to know more about the disease, so I went to the internet and tried to look for this disease, and I couldn't find any proper knowledge about it. And meanwhile, the public healthcare system told us that they will make this surgery within 3 years. It was way too long for us to wait for that. So I started to search for the clinic, private clinic, where we could do it privately. And I couldn't find any good one. And even worse, I couldn't even get in touch with them because they didn't respond any emails, they didn't pick up the phone. So I really get annoyed about that. So I came up with this idea to build a platform where we could match two stakeholders, the patients and the clinics, where we could meet their needs, find and schedule high quality medical care. And also researchers show up that the market is ready for this kind of solutions because there is a 7% increase annually of this medical care market. And also 90% of the patients are looking for their medical treatment, information about the medical treatment in the internet, and also look for a clinic in the internet. So we built this solution in the Polish market, and we built the network of 340 clinics who paid us now 10% commission of the booked appointment. And we also achieved successful traction. Our traffic is organic, and we increase our traffic approximately 30% each month. And also we booked over 3,000 appointments last year, and our revenue is increasing almost 300%. And we discovered that in Poland, we tested, and in Poland it works. And also we find out that abroad there is also a big need of this kind of solutions because Germans, Swedish, Danish, British, they are coming to Poland to make their medical treatment because it's much cheaper for them. They save approximately 60% of their costs coming to Polish clinics. So with having this a big network of clinics, we decided to move to expand our business abroad. And for that, we need 700,000 euros to invest in this business. And we will spend this for technology development to build the platforms in these countries and to for employment. And I think we'll do it because we have a team of 5 people who are highly motivated, and we have previous experience with maintaining this kind of business, successful business, startup, marketplaces in the previous jobs. And I think that with this team and with current experience, tested experience, we will succeed with this kind of business abroad. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Metcom, and our honorable jury. The mic is yours.
Thank you. Thanks for the interesting presentation. I think the problem is important and definitely something that as a customer of the Finnish healthcare system, I see also in our market. One question related to your product. You started out by saying that you're wanting to help the customer service element of the clinics and the patients, and also the quality. So how do you do quality insurance, and is this something else than only a marketplace that you're working on?
I think we are trying to also add, we try to build a society of a patient on our platform. So also they can talk, we have forums and build like a society of the people interested in the medical treatment, different kind of treatments, stomatology, plastic surgery, surgery at all, and all the things which you can make privately. So we also think about affiliation programs as well. So there are lots of different ideas how to make different revenues from different ways, yes, not only from the clinics, yes, but within while developing the business, we see there are more opportunities to get money, revenues.
Do you provide any data about the medical care quality of the different providers?
What do you mean that?
Well, it can differ especially in plastic surgery. There are some really bad surgeons around that are really damaging the patients instead of helping them in the long term. So,
okay, this is why we want to build a society of a patient who would give opinions about the clinics which are in our network. We check all these clinics, we make the review with them, we meet with them, we check the quality, and also in the end we want the patients who are making their treatment in those clinics to give the opinions. So we will ask them to register in our platform and to talk about the surgery they made in our clinics, and also give the opinion.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Metcom. Clicker. And next up is a team which is called QISTORP or QISTORP or somehow. Hopefully you will correct me. I'm exactly not sure what the team name is, but I do know that the Polish guys and ladies are exceptionally good at collecting data and monitoring data. And the next team is all about what they are going to do with this data further. So the stage is yours and the equipment is yours.
Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone. Digitalized, advanced and effective. This is what QISTORP Grow is like. My name is Damian and I will present you the platform for decision-making process, a platform where your business cases will be automatically analyzed in 360 approach. Therefore, your company will grow faster thanks to the better strategic decisions. The question is what problems we would like to solve. Currently, the business leaders don't have a proper tool for fast, reliable analysis. Instead of this, they usually use the standard basic office tools, spending hours on activities that brings absolutely no business value to the organization, which equal inefficiency and completely waste of time. Our goal is to change that. I'm presenting you the QISTORP Grow, the powerful all-in-one tool, the Grow Accelerator, the full view of the project and the portfolio. The results included KPIs, the risk matrix, strategic impact, and the rankings, scorings, and the transparent comparisons of the portfolios and the projects. The value of achievable market for us is more or less 20 million euros per year. The presented number of companies were selected on the basis of the following criteria. Independence, so no shareholders with up to 50% of stake, up to the 20 million euros yearly revenue, and these are corporate companies. We are aware of the competition and we are happy to have it. It makes us grow faster, therefore our clients got the better quality product. After our internal analysis, we came to conclusion that at this moment, QISTORP Grow is the most comprehensive, transparent, and what is important, user-friendly tool on the market. What do we look for? For new customers, for the new applications of our platform, maybe in R&D areas, business partners, and as always, interesting new ideas. And this is it, QISTORP Grow, real-time analysis, 24/7 availability, 360 view. Don't forget to visit our website and start making strategic decisions with us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, QISTORP. And for the jury to ask whether they want to use and make smart strategic decisions.
If I should rely on a machine to make the decisions, I need to know what kind of data and what kind of algorithm, how the data is perceived. So do you have any other algorithm than the classical school that you showed?
I'm not sure I'm the right person to talk about algorithms. Anyway, in our platform we have some of the tabs, not only the quality, quantity results, but also the quality one, like strategic impact and risk analysis based on the sending pools to respondents who are the experts, in our opinion, in our company.
Okay, so tools for companies to do better management, there are hundreds and thousands and millions of solutions, and a lot of people are trying to sell to the small mid-sized companies like you Do you have, what's your B2B selling experience, and how do you see you break through the barrier there?
If talking about experience, we have already some big companies, big projects which we are manage, some mega projects and really big customers. And we have a team which are really experienced, which is plus 20 years in international management and with corporate finances. So our companies are interesting in our tool. It's really useful for economic modeling. If they have a lot of projects, it's really saving their time.
All right, thank you, Questor, and happy to have you here. Thank you. And last but not least, we have one more team to listen, and after that we will have the award ceremony. So all team members, please stay here, do not leave. But before that, still, we have a team which is touching the very actual and very hot topic. At least I see headlines every day in the news about the topic. So I'm happy to invite to the stage Leafy Maid.
Is this working? Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Vin, and I'm the co-founder of the Swedish company called Leafy Maid. And we're working with organic natural materials that can replace plastics and paper, for instance. So the problem that we're tackling is a problem that we are all very aware of. It's the extensive use of plastic waste that we use, and 100 million tons of plastic ends up in the ocean each year. And at this rate, by 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than there will be fish. And we take our inspiration from South Asian traditions, namely eating out of leaves. So what we have is a tableware that is made out of a leaf. This one is from India, and it's sourced from India. Is this not working? Okay. Okay. I will use this one instead. Okay. Much better. So we don't have to cut down any trees, and we keep the rainforest. We don't have to plant any monocultures, but there are also people involved in this. So we spend a lot of resources into inclusivity with the indigenous women in India, where these are sourced from. Today we are in stores in Sweden, in ICA, which also owns Rimi here in Estonia, and it's a good possibility in the future as well. We're a founding team that consists of Suman and Minu and myself. My colleagues are both from India, and backing us we have Uppsala University and Swedish School of Agriculture as well. And today we have interest from Axfood in Sweden. We have interest from bigger festivals, music festivals, and also food festivals in Sweden. And we're looking for an investment of 150k euros so that we can start scaling up and start distributing this year. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, Team Leafy Maid. Questions to the jury?
Okay. Can you use European leaves also, or is the workforce here too costly?
Say that again.
You use leaves from India.
Yeah.
Can you use leaves from Europe? Or is the workforce here too costly? But we have very big problems in Tartu with leaves in autumn.
Same in Sweden. We get this question a lot. That's why we're partnering up with the Swedish School of Agriculture, because they have a foresting department as well. So we are investigating it, whether or not we can use Nordic leaves. These are from a tropical environment, so it's they're a lot more thicker. But I think there can be alternatives in Sweden, in the Nordics as well.
do you have some sort of IP related to your production methods or something like that?
No, we don't have no IP protection, but rather we have the sourcing, and we have what's called a trademark as well for this.
They are made out of leaves. So how about fluids? Will they keep the fluids?
Yes, for sure. We've done some coffee tests, and it's like pouring scorching hot coffee in it, and it's lasted for 36 hours until it started leaking. So it's very good, and we use no plastic or glue or anything on it. So after usage, you just throw it in the food waste.
All right, thank you very much. Excellent, excellent pitch, excellent product. Now, since the Nordic PitchMatch grew out from the last year's startup day, where we had a friendly pitching competition between the Finnish and Estonian teams, and we are a business festival after all, not a straight-on like only the best competition. I would like to invite to the stage representatives of each team. So you will be presented a small statue. You call it as a pitching Oscar, if you will. So please, representatives of each team who were on the stage during this block, please welcome back to the stage. Don't be shy. I'm asking you to take the stage. You can be on the spotlight on the pictures after all. You can share it everywhere with the Startup Day Fest hashtag. And while the jury actually has to deliberate, while we are giving you some of the fame, the jury has to do the hard work and choose one team who will get the bigger cup as others, because you know always there has to be somebody who has bigger than yours. So, where is my dear friend and colleague? And there he comes. So, you see the golden Oscars. As I said, I wasn't cheating on you. Starting from the left. And let's support them with a big hand, you know. Let's, like in a Hollywood style, not in a Nordic style that, yeah, it's like kind of sucks to be here, but I have to be here because my boss sent me to the startup day, and now I'm really depressed in a Nordic way. It's cold outside, and so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, you know. Woo!